it ain't when it is. You think it won't when it wins. We are here, we are in motion. We do this thing, take it off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Sit back, relax, and bring back slow. We gonna chill together. We gonna unify. We ain't gotta get high. Don't have to lie to y'all. It's gonna be alright. Yo, this is my call, and I'm glad to be here tonight, and I'm feeling alright. The Daily Go Get 'Em is a show, y'all, and this is called If It Was Easy, Nobody Would Want It. But is it true? I mean, we say it's one of those things that people say. If it was easy, then nobody would want it. But is that true? So what we're going to do is we're going to take an example of a few things in life that are hard and that are easy, and we want to see if the evidence supports that. If it was hard, if it was easy, then nobody would want it. Now, a lot of times people are talking about a woman and her sexual prowess when they say if it was easy, then nobody would want it, or if it's easy, nobody would want it. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. If it's easy, I don't want it. Because men be talking that stuff. Well, we going to check it out, and we going to see if that's really what it's about. A DG show. Yeah, I carry Chamberlain, you know me, Favorita is down like a submarine. I'm so glad to see you coming up through and on the scene. And my brother from another mother, numbers, he'll sit back, relax, do your thing, max, and chill. To carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site work. And this Stacey White, what's going on, man? I like you with all my mic, yo. So that's how it's going down, y'all. The Daily Go Get 'Em is a show. If it was easy, nobody would want it. We're going to put that through the test. We're going to put that to the test today. We're going to see about that. Because sometimes people be lying to the teeth now. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get 'Em is a show. We do this every single day. Every day. It rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get 'Emism show. And y'all know how it go. So tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show, first of all, I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope that y'all feeling like real men and women should right now, brothers. Right now, sisters. We are going to get this thing in motion and popping all crazy. Crazy. So, if it was easy, nobody would want it. What y'all think? When you first hear somebody say that, what does it mean to you? Can you feel it? Do you agree with it? Have you said it? Like I was saying, a lot of times men will say this about a woman dealing with her sexual prowess. Like, if it's easy, I don't want it. So we telling women, to save their virtue. Or we're saying that women who don't give up the ass fast are the ones that men are going to go for the most. But is that true? I'm not saying that women should go ahead and take their clothes off and pull their panties down for any man. I'm not saying that at all. But don't act like women who make it easy for men to get with them are lonely all the time, or like they don't get any respect, or like nobody likes them. Let's not try to paint a false narrative here. I ain't never met a lonely hoe in my life. They may have been lonely in terms of maybe finding somebody who really loved them for themselves and really wanted to build a life with them. But even them, even with that, I've known girls who gave it up. You know, they was definitely popular around the way when we was younger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know Tamika give it up. I mean, you ain't had some in a while. Meek gonna tighten you up. She gonna make sure you good, right, Meek? Well, I'm saying it ain't like that, but I do like them, and it's on, right from there, right from there. So when we say that if it's easy, then nobody would want it. Well, we have to look no farther than ourselves. Do we value the things in life that are more difficult for us, or do we gravitate towards the things that are a little bit easier? I mean, personally, I feel like life is all about maximizing your pleasure and minimizing your pain. And most of us try to find our way into a groove of things. We try to find our way into patterns of things, even if we don't want people to understand or know the pattern that we have dug for ourselves or that we have created for ourselves. We can't deny that we try to find the easiest way to do things. Even we even may try to make difficult things as easy as possible, because we know that when we make things easier for people, it's going to attract more people than it's going to push away. In business, you want to make things easy for people to purchase from you. It's undeniable. Look at credit. Look at credit out here. If you have a car lot, if you have a car dealership or something like that, the easier you make it for people to get loans, to get auto loans, and the easier you make it for people to be able to make their payments, the more attractive your car lot is going to be. If you make it hard, if you have a bunch of high-end cars that you're not going to, that only a small segment of the population is going to be able to afford or to be able to finance, yeah, you're going to have a more exclusive customer base. But guess what? They're going to be a lot of times when you ain't selling no cars. Like, yeah, it's nice that you have Lamborghinis and Bugattis and Aston Martins and high end like Benz Maybachs and all of that kind of stuff. With Maybachs, whatever. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You have a bunch of high end sports vehicles and luxury vehicles, but most people can't afford to buy those vehicles. So you're going to have an exclusive customer base, but they're not going to be rushing in there all the time to buy cars. Now you have somebody who's selling a bunch of Dodges, a bunch of Plymouths, a bunch of Chryslers, a bunch of Toyotas, a bunch of Hyundais, a bunch of Kias, low price, and I give you a good car. Low price, and I give you a good car. This shit will last all I don't know, 200 miles on the odometer is good. And in the wintertime, man, you don't want that American shit because that's a sham. Get these cold winter cars, Nissan, Toyota, go far, and Kia and Hyundai, that Korean shit. That they do that. You know what I'm talking about. So we run around here talking about we don't want it if it's easy. But I don't know if the evidence supports that. That's all I'm saying. Queen Rasheen is all up in the house. What's going on, man? It's good to see me, some you. You know that's true. We go all the way back to like 82. You know how we are. You know how we do. What's going on, man? Good to see you, some you. And my man, Ja Biggs. What's going on, my Texas kid? Word up. And Barbara Jenkins. B. Jenkins, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming on through. And my big sis, Robbie, I mean, she's something like a queen for a king coming through to do her thing. Appreciate y'all. So let's get into this thing. Let's be honest with each other. Do we like it hard or do we like it easy? Or do we mix and match? Do we like some things hard and some things easy? Do the hard things that we accomplish make us feel more accomplished? Do they make us feel more confident? Do they make us feel smarter? Do they make us feel superior? Do they make us feel better? Do they make us feel more confident? Do they? Are you the type of person that goes for the greatest, most difficult challenges out there? And if you achieve those things, does it make you feel more fulfilled? Does it make you feel more accomplished? Let me know. Talk to the God. Talk to the God. So make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Get It Missing Show. I'm your host, 752, and we are talking about if it was easy, nobody would want it. By the way, if there are any ex-hoes that are in here, if you used to be a hoe but you were reformed, like you were used to be a hoe, let me know. Let me know if you spend a lot of time being like, nobody likes me and nobody comes around and nobody will be my friend because I give it up. Or was it like, oh man, I had to stop giving it up because I realized that these men, these boys, they only really like me because I was giving it up, and I was only giving it up because I thought that was a way that boys would like me, and it did work for them to like me, but they only liked me because of that, so they didn't really love me, and love is all I was really looking for because I wasn't loved as a child, and my parents abandoned me and neglected me, and they'd always left me with my grandmother. My grandmother had to raise me, and my grandmother was who I called my mother, and my mother was my mother, but she wasn't there. I mean, she meant to be there, but she wasn't really there. My father, he was on drugs. He didn't care. I ain't gonna say he didn't care, but he definitely wasn't there. And when I got older, for him to finally be dead, but he still was fucked up in his addiction, so he wasn't there. And he was back and forth to jail. He back and forth to jail. And sometimes I couldn't even afford his bail, and so he had to stay in there and got kind of stale. So like 20 years of his life, he wasn't around, and that caused me some strife. So I was giving up the ass, like my mom did when she was young and got pregnant fast. And she was only like 13 when she had me, and you know how that go. But forget about all that. Forget about all that. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? So, yeah. There may be things in your life that you like to be challenging. Like, I don't know, board games, card games, games of skill, things like that. Maybe you like extreme sports, or maybe you like to do physical things that really, really challenge your body. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you really think about it, there's probably an exclusive club that you are a member of when you do those extreme things. Most people, like when you go to the gym, which one of those classes that they offer at health clubs get all the people to come to them. Spinning classes, Pilates, Zumba, because they're fun. You get to have fun, and it's not hard to do it. Your body ain't going to twist and all that. Zumba to me is nothing but dancing. It's dancing. It's dancing. And I know for a fact, my sister was a Zumba instructor. She wanted me to become one. I was like, nah, because I ain't gay. And she was like, come on, Omar, you ain't got to be gay in order to do Zumba. I was like, have you seen your male instructors? They gay. I was like, yeah, but they gay. She was like, yeah, but they gay. But imagine what you would have if you were straight. I was like, yeah, I would have myself outside of Zumba class. She was dead serious. I was like, I tell you what I'll do is I'll come up with you some Zumba steps and you do them in your class. And I can sit back, relax, and chill and get paid a little bit. You break me off if it starts working. She was like, all right. But people go to Zumba, people go to spinning classes, people go to Pilates and stuff like that because it is challenging, but it's not hard. It's not hard. It's a fun way, and a fun and kind of easier way to get in shape and lose weight. That's why the classes be filling up all crazy. Not because, oh man, first of all, it costs a whole lot and it's hard to do, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere, and you gotta do all of these things in order to and learn all of these techniques and take all of these extra classes in order to learn how to do it. But it's really great. But once you get through all of that, no, those aren't the most popular classes. The easier ones, Zumba, it's dancing. There's a guy up there or a girl up there doing a bunch of steps that are unrehearsed, and you just do what they do until they start doing something else. Zumba. You seen how popular those Zumba classes are? Scores of people in it, hundreds of people. Huh? A bunch of Bruno Mars up in the shits. A bunch of Bruno Mars and Jennifer Lopez is up in that motherfucker. Wait, hold on. Mississippi or Mississippi. What's going on? That's my peoples right there. And Sucre Jutois, Sucre JTX, all up in the house. Good to see me, some you, definitely. Thanks for coming on through. All right. And my brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? Okay, Barbara Jenkins says, I didn't think I was a different kind of hoe. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you are admitting or purging yourself to have been a hoe one day. If you were, I forgive you. As a matter of fact, I don't think that it requires forgiveness because I mean, you know, if you was a hoe and you were a different kind of hoe, then you was doing what you was doing for whatever reason that you were doing it. But you know, hopefully you got through the whole phase. Because I believe that every woman has a little whole phase, even if it was only for, you know, a few days of going through my whole phase. Can't believe that I let that go phase. I ain't mad at you. We all have a past, whether we like it or not. Some of y'all have a past of giving up too much ass. Have a past of giving up the ass. But I know one thing. If you was a hoe, and you had the yams. You know, you had the yams. Like this chick ain't just this ain't the type of chick you just pull the panties to the side. Like, nah, you gotta take these joints all the way off. This is she's something special. You had that yam yam. Yam 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 yam. One thing is for sure, if you had them yam yams, yeah, that phone was ringing. Even before the days of cell phones, your regular phone was ringing. Your beeper was buzzing. I'm just saying. Narcil says, you do know that Plymouth and Mercury are just memories, right? But in light of the topic, I imagine I would want one if I see one of them at the car shows. Now, so Mercury doesn't make the Grand Marquis anymore? I didn't really realize that. Now I haven't seen a Plymouth in a minute. The last last car I saw made by Plymouth was the Spider. You know, a Spider, that sort of race car looking. You know, it was funny looking. I didn't realize. Now, remember, the Plymouth had the Breeze, which was the same as the Theris, which was the same as the Stratus. So I didn't know that they were gone. But good looking out. If that's an actual fact. Dang, if Mercury's gone, that's terrible, because Mercury was above Ford. So, I mean, the Grand Marquis was better than Crown Vic, the Crown Victoria. The Grand Marquis. Have you ever driven a Grand Marquis? Yeah, I mean, Grand Marquis is the shit. That shit fast. It got mad power, and the shit is crazy smooth. So really, a Grand Marquis is nothing but a Lincoln. That's all it was. It was a Lincoln that wasn't a Lincoln. It was a Mercury. So it's Ford Mercury Lincoln, or was it Ford Lincoln Mercury? Was it Ford Lincoln Mercury, or was it Ford Mercury Lincoln? I know Ford came first. But I would still buy a Grand Marquis to this day. And even the SUV, the Mountaineer. I mean, it was an Explorer, but better, more options. Okay, what we got? So it was like if you couldn't afford the Eddie Bauer package on the Explorer, then you got the Mountaineer. Well, no, because it was above. Mercury was above the Mountaineer was above the Explorer, but they didn't have a Navigator. So if you couldn't afford the Lincoln Navigator, I don't know if Mercury had an equivalent. Anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. Okay. Barbara Jenkins says, my therapist says that we all are entitled to a whole phase. I agree with your therapist. They are definitely on to something. But if you're still receiving therapy, can you please ask your therapist if more people choose the easy way out or the hard way, or if they respect the hard way more than they do the easy way? I mean, numbers don't lie. I'm not saying that the things that are more popular are better, but the argument stands. If we're going to try to say that people that nobody would want it if it's easy, if we're going to try to say that, then we're going to have to put that to the test. And I don't know if it's going to come out right. I don't know if that shit is going to come out right, son. Hey, yo, son, I don't know if it's going to go down like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to swing it, flip it, bounce it. You know what I'm saying? Twist it and turn it. Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion. Turn it upside down. Love to hear it. Love is contagious when it's all right. Love is contagious. Let's rock, y'all. So, I mean, what we doing? What we doing? Let me throw these glasses on so I don't have to get all close up to the joint. Hold on. Cherry, Dana's in the house. Cinderella, Dana. Well, there's a woman, Dana, with fame. Cinderella, Dana. Well, there's the woman, Dana. What is the woman, Dana? What is the woman, Dana, with fame? What is the woman, Dana, with fame? Ansel Jones says, "Is it fair to ask someone if they've been a hoe, if they've been in a hoe phase?" Any woman that mess with me, I'm asking. I might not ask you where you been today and who you was with and who you was talking to and all of that kind of stuff, because I ain't that kind of man. Personally, I feel like when I get one, I got one. I ain't worried about the next man. How the next man gonna beat me? I'm like, this nigga corny. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck who he is. No way. No way. But I will ask, like, yo, I mean, not for nothing, man. But your bedroom skills are very, I just want to know. I just want to know, because I'm getting some feedback here. My spidey senses tell me that you might have been a hoe. Now look now. As we talk about, if we talking about how men say if it wasn't easy, I mean if it's too easy, I don't want it, right? And you know they be lying. They gotta be lying, because I know it ain't hard to go up in these strip clubs and get with these chicks. Like, how hard is it to pull 51s out of your sweatpants? How hard is that? That don't sound very difficult. Shit. You talking about you don't like a hoe? You don't like a girl that's taking off her clothes for everybody, but you going up in the strip club where they was naked when you got there. Was that hard, son? Was that hard? They was naked when you got there, son. She ain't having on shit. She ain't having on shit. Came over and sat on your lap, rubbed the titties in your face. Was that hard? Was it hard? I mean, you was hard, but was that hard? Don't say. So if a chick blow your mind in a bedroom and all of that, there's a good chance that if she's really, really freaky like that, and she, you know what I mean, she got the there's a good chance that you're gonna appreciate the whole skills in the bedroom. You know, niggas be talking all that shit. You know, hey yo, listen to what I'm saying. Niggas be talking all that shit. Like, you know, I need a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. They be like, I need a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Right? Tell him, Kitty. They be like, I need a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. What they really saying is, I need a woman who knows how to conduct herself around my grandmother, my moms, my peoples, and my co-workers and all of that. I don't need no chick that's going to embarrass me. But I need me a hoe in that bedroom. So you might have been with 100 dudes before. I need you to bring the experience of 99 of them niggas into that bedroom. And yeah, I might be mad if I have to face some of the niggas that you've been with before. But if I don't know them, if I don't know about them, then it ain't going to hurt me. But I'm sure it's appreciate the experience that you brought to the bedroom. Like, if your chick is a stone cold freak, that ain't beginner's luck, nigga. Fuck is you? That ain't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, you know, she eat your man up all crazy. And she get it right every single time. What you think? That ain't no beginner's luck. She ain't no blowjob prodigy. Yo, these niggas be tripping, dog. They be tripping. Like, yeah, you know, like, yo, she got, you know, I'm saying, you know what I mean? She be, you know, she gotta go downtown. That's the way to my love. She go round, round. I'm like, she ain't no Chewy prodigy. You trying to tell me she a Chewy prodigy? Yeah, she watched a lot of videos and that's how she learned. Nigga. So come on, stop all of that. Stop all that. All right. So, yeah, you might not Look, listen. I'm gonna give y'all the cheat code when it comes to a lot of these dudes because I honestly I get tired of them talking shit because you ain't got a lot of me. If your girl used to be a hoe, she used to be a hoe. You can't change that. If you used to be out there and straight tricking and all of that, she can't change that either. Can't change what you was. She can't change what you was. You can just change, where you going or what you are. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. TK Wright says, "Oh my God, my therapist said the same thing." Well, see, there you have it. There you have it. TK Wright says, "I was asking my therapist about a friend though, not me." All right. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, I used to drool over Taja Seville's album cover. Love is contagious when it's all right. Love is contagious. 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 Yeah. All right. Barbie Jenkins says, unless there's a pic, vid, or kid, it never happened. I like the way you think. Blah, blah, blah. I like the way you think. You know what I mean? I just wish there was a scented candle or something, to symbolize the truth that you're talking about. But I don't know. Anyway, so if it was easy, nobody would want it. Is it true? I don't know. I don't think it's as true as people might try to make it seem. In business, if you make it hard, you ain't gonna have no customers. It's just real shit. You make it hard in business, then you're not gonna have the customers that you want. You're not gonna have the type of commercial success that you're looking for. You know what I mean? Things like high prices. If you price your shit above the rest, saying that you have a higher quality product, but you can't prove that it's that high of that superior of quality, people won't figure that out after a while. Although somehow our people haven't seemed to figure out that Gucci, Louis, and Polo are not higher quality than other things. But that's labels, baby. We are very label conscious people, to our detriment in many times, in many instances, many cases. But we talking about 40 years, yo. 40 years, we still Gucci and Louis in it. 40 years? Come on, man. 40 years? And it's worse than ever? All right. Stacey White says, lies. What I'm lying about? What I'm lying about? What I'm lying about? It's going to be all right, though. Sure, husband said, I'm cracking the hell up. Your spidey senses. Oh, listen. I might listen, Cheryl. Let me get my grammar correct. Let me make sure I get my diction correct when I say this. I can't spot a hoe on the streets, but I know that I might definitely can spot one when we one-on-one. Because when we one-on-one and ain't nobody around, she gonna start talking hoe shit. But she might don't start talking whole shit when we out there in the streets. I mean, streets. While we out there in them streets, she might don't start talking that whole shit. She might be able to keep her whole talk in the tuck. But when we get by ourselves and she start getting all comfortable, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether she have a couple of drinks or, you know what I mean? You get the rubbing on the thighs and, you know, rubbing on the back and playing in the hair. And if she let you play it in the hair, you can't always play in the hair because there's a weed there. But if you can get to a woman's scalp, listen, if you can get to a woman's scalp, I'm telling you, you can totally disarm her. You know, no bullshit. You can totally if you can get, I think that's why a lot of women wear weaves and wigs. Because they know that if you can get to it, yeah, come on, man, you know. I mean, somebody get to, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be like, stop. You're gonna be like, oh shit, the motherfucker done found the cheat code. All right, nigga, what you want? You want a ham sandwich or something? All right, you don't eat pork. I forgot. Let me give you some halal ham. Let me give you some halal ham and shit. You know, let me cook you up some turkey bacon. Shit. All right, man. Shit. Oh, shit. You want to make me spend all my money on oxtails? Nigga, that's why they be trying to keep their scalp out the game. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop. They got the knife in their hand. I'm going down. I'm going down. 'Cause you ain't, baby, my whole world. Do it to me one more time. Once is never enough with a man like you. All right, son. All right, get your ass up. Get your. Oh, shit. All right. We good? We good? We good. Okay. Run it down. Stacey White says the man he's lying. I don't know. Stacey White. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. I don't know. See, I gotta know what you're talking about, Stacey. I don't know. You know, it's a delay on your end. It's a delay on your side. So I can't really say. But I'm gonna say this. And then I'm gonna let it go. Oh, by the way, if y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, on. 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 Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Daily Go Get a Business Show all up in your area. You know what I'm saying? And we good. Football playing up? Good. Okay. Let me show you. Straight on here. See? Look, I'm feeling the scalp of my plant. Yeah, got it right where I want it. Oh, webcam HD XYZ. And look, there's no Emily Dunlap in the house to stop this shit and stop him from coming now. So, where the moderator at, yo? My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. What? All right, okay. And so Joe says, here we go again. MTNX voice. Sure, like, how webcam HD works. Stacy White says, stop picking the cat up. Damn, that was a minute ago. No, y'all ain't gonna tell me that delay that long. Oh, Emily hiding in the background. Emily hiding in the background, y'all. Emily hiding. Well, I'll be damned. I might as well tell you who I am. Well, good looking out, Em. She handled that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what? She handled that. Yeah, you're right. She might be busy. She might could. Anyway, choosing the easy way out. Is choosing the easy way or the faster way, is it always taking the easy way out? Like, I don't know. I think that people give making things less difficult a bad name. Miss Sepia says, you wanted a hoe, you got one coming in the room. Oh yeah. Okay. Carol Chamberlain says, why you have to out her? She wanted to be in the bushes, damn it. And say it right there on the damn she blocked the board. What it say? Message deleted by Emily Dunlap. I ain't got an out her. Y'all can read. Y'all can read. What up, Emily Dunlap? And I said, Emily, what's going on, man? Good to see me some of you. I didn't know you was here. Oh no, I didn't know. I certainly did not know. So it's okay. Yeah. So do we place less value on things that are less difficult? I'm thinking that why not make things better, faster, easier? You know, shout out to everybody who has these high-end phones and don't even know how to click over on the other line when another call comes in while you talk. Or when you're not talking on the phone and you're doing something else on your phone and your phone interrupts. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, let's say you was making a post on Facebook and then a call comes in and knocks you off of that screen and you don't know how to get back to the screen, like, you know, so you can surf and text or surf and talk. It happens. So if you make things easier, you make a phone that makes it easy for you to figure it out. People will probably stick with your brand harder, tougher. But if you have a phone that's hard as shit, you know how people who have iPhones think it's so hard to navigate an Android phone. And people who have Androids think it's hard to work an iPhone. And neither one of them are true. They both easy. By the way, I don't have no iPhone no more. You know why I don't have no iPhone no more? Because I don't have no work phone right now. I don't have no work phone because I left my job today. It was my last day at the job today. I got another one coming along the way. I left my job today. Got another one coming along the way. This was my last day on the job. Now I don't have to steal. Now I have to rob. But I was glad that I was leaving. World off my shoulder. Best believe when Start the next one. It's going to be a little kind of, well, let's connect one dot to the other and go next. 1, 2, yes. TK Wright says, it doesn't tell us who. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, y'all can't see what I see? Oh. Can you see what I see? I didn't know y'all could see that shit. I didn't know y'all couldn't see that. My bad. But look, now that means I outed myself. But seriously, I didn't know y'all couldn't see that shit. Do you see what I see? Oh, well. You tell me who. Okay, Emily says, oh, believe me, you will be going to get your own personal iPhone soon. You will miss it. No, I don't. I like phones that have a lot of features. That wouldn't be that. But nonetheless, one of the reasons iPhones are so popular is because of ease of use. They're user friendly. I mean, all Apple products from the beginning, from the Macintosh to the the first Apple computers to the Macintosh and all of that, it was all about being user friendly, ease of use. You didn't have to read a whole lot. You didn't have to know how to program a whole lot to use it. And that's why they became really, really popular. Same way with their phones. They did away with buttons. Just swipe your way, swipe, 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 swipe. No buttons. You don't have to think as much. And for Android users, they like, where the buttons? That's where the disconnect comes. But yeah, they don't make things a lot harder. Congrats, oh my, thanks, Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. And thank you, Barbara Jenkins. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was funny because I gave my 2 weeks notice and they thought I was bullshitting. Like, it was kind of crazy. I'm like, how you gonna give a 2 weeks? Hold on. All right, this is how it happened. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So I got a job offer. I got one from one place. And I was like, all right, the money is right. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Because I had been planning to leave my job for a while. I was waiting for these things to come through though. And ever since last year, I was trying to leave, but that money wasn't right. And I'm not gonna make a lateral move. I ain't going from making this salary to making this salary, or making this salary, going from making this salary only to go up. No, we're not gonna do that. So we either gonna do this or that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no Nah. It has to be worth it. So I actually accepted the first offer. And I told my job, I said, listen, I got this offer and it's a pretty good one. I'm considering it. I was like, but what do y'all want to do? I want to give y'all a chance to compete. Y'all want to jump in this ring? They was like, yeah, we want to jump in the ring. Well, from what they offered, I don't think they wanted to jump in the ring. I was like, nah, y'all obviously y'all ain't want no part of this. So I no hard feelings. It's all good. So I accepted that offer, but I had to go out on this. What you call it? The COVID leave. You know, the mandatory vaccination shit. So in order to be considered to be fully vaccinated at my job, we had to get the second shot and wait 14 days before we were considered to be fully vaccinated. I was like, all right, well, I'll holler at y'all when I get back. They expected me to give them my 2 weeks notice before I went out. I was like, nah, I ain't paying me. Fuck out of here. So anyway, so when I went back, I guess they expected me to like throw my 2 weeks notice in. I was like, nah, I haven't figured this thing out yet because I knew I had another open offer. So, you know, we was going to do it like that. So, all right. The first offer they gave me my start date. They was like, all right, we're going to do this on the 15th. I was like, I bet. 15th. So I went in, gave them my 2 weeks notice. They was like, 2 weeks notice? What's this shit? I was like, what you mean? I thought, you know, what you thought? What you thought? What did you think? Oh, all right. So, all right. But then the other job that I was waiting for that was paying even more money, they came through and was like, yo, I don't know what you doing. You accepted that shit over there. You don't need that shit. Come over here. We got this thing for you. Plus, we going to do all this extra other shit and you going to love it. Yeah, you will love it. So I was like, all right. I'm still starting on the 15th. Go figure. But it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different. I see that we have a caller on the line. Caller with the last number 6103. Welcome to the Daily Go Get a Business Show. Thank you for calling in. What's on your mind this evening? What's good?
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call. How you doing?
Feel like a real man should. What's up with you?
Everything's good, man. I just wanted to say, because I was reading the description under the show on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
But when it comes to this whole concept, people, you know, women, usually girls end up being lonely and all this and that. At the end of the day, the reason all this nonsense is going down now is because everybody forgot how relationships work. If you want a long-term relationship, let's be honest. You're not going to be happy. It's not going to be quote unquote easy, and you're going to have to look at it like a duty or an obligation. I'm talking about like marriage-wise. The reality is for these days that these women, let's call it like it is. They plunged the pussy stock. Like if pussy was a stock on the stock market, that thing has completely cratered out because they flooded the market with it. So there's no value. So back in the day, you go 50, 60 years ago, when pussy had value, there was an incentive for a man to commit to a long-term relationship with a woman because the market wasn't as flooded like it is today. But now, I mean, if you're a guy, again, pussy's easy. I mean, compared to back in the day, they used to have to work for it. Now it's like it falls out the tree. You get it. I mean, it takes minimal effort now. And so because men don't have to work for it, men don't see a reason to say, why do I have to commit to a long-term relationship and take this financial burden onto me when I can just get play wherever I want? And it's women's fault, man. They gave them, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They control the market. They decided to just let it go. And then once they let it go, they let their value go.
You think so? Well, let me ask you this. When you say they flooded the market, let me get straight to it. So you would rather get with a woman that makes it hard for you to have sex with her than a woman who makes it easy?
Let me say it like this. When it comes to whether a man wants to marry a woman, I'm talking about long-term commitment here.
Mm-hmm.
No man wants to marry a woman that slept with a lot of men. Would you agree with that?
No.
Exactly, right? That's why back in the day, like way back.
Wait a minute, wait. I said no. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay. So you don't mind. You would marry a woman that's a total thot.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, although men say that they don't want a woman who's been with a lot of men, if you look at the evidence out there, the women who have been with a lot of men, they always get in long-term relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that the women who
because the options are gone.
Huh?
So if you go back in history, it's because the options are limited. If you go back in history, you go back a couple of 100 years and plus, whenever men used to get married in the past, there was called a bride price. This was in every culture, whether you're in Africa, Middle East, Asia, Europe, everywhere. Almost every culture has this concept where when a man would pledge to take on a woman to be his wife or commit to a long-term relationship, he would pay a bride price to the woman's family. And the expectation was when they got together on that honeymoon night, she would be a virgin and she would pop her cherry that night. And if it didn't happen, he'd get his money back. That's what happened in almost every culture in the world. So the understanding was the value of the woman is based upon how many men she's had sex with. If she's already been having sex with multiple men, her value goes down. Now, today, the unfortunate reality is some of these women are thoughts now that you'd be hard pressed to find a virgin. I mean, good luck. That's like trying to find, a needle in a haystack. It's not going to happen. So now, because men are left with nothing but majority thoughts, of course, men end up being committed to promiscuous women because you're limited. But if you had your ideal option, I'm asking you, sir, if you had an ideal option, would you rather marry a woman that you knew for a fact was either a virgin or only had sex with like a handful of men, or a woman that you knew for a fact had sex with more than 20 men?
I wouldn't touch a virgin with a 10-foot dick.
No, it shouldn't have to be a virgin. I said either a virgin or a woman, let's say, that's had sex with less than 5 men, versus a woman that you know for a fact has had sex with more than 20.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm not trying to dispute you, but I'm going to be honest about the way I feel. I like a woman who has sexual experience. I do not like to when I'm a grown man. I'm not a teenager. When I was a teenager, I expected to have to wait and to have to fight and to have to have to negotiate and promise and all of that. I ain't with all that shit.
I'm talking about waiting. I'm talking about the miles that are on that pussy. You don't mind if half the town done ran through it. That's cool with you.
No,
I'm no thinking about that at all.
I'm not saying that I'm cool with running into a bunch of men that my girl has been with. But what I'm saying is what I'm going to say, I should say, is that every woman has a past, just like every man has a past. Now, my main concern is whether I like the woman, whether she does something for me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Because if she can achieve that, I can't erase what she has done before. But what I want to make sure about what she has done before is that it doesn't come to visit me today. So I want to make sure that whatever happened to her, she was able to wash it off that night. Don't come bringing me. Don't come.
Okay, I got
you know, don't.
Look, I agree with you on that point. I'm not saying on the totality of it as a person. I'm saying if you have full knowledge going into it, where you knew that she was in with a lot of people. Let's say the number is 30, that's like average for these days, right? So if you knew for a fact that woman been with at least 30 dicks that been ran through that, if you knew that, would that alter your decision as far as wanting to come into her?
Yeah, now, but it would alter my decision probably, because the only way I could know that she has been with 30 men is whether I followed her journey that way. And there are some women that I know who I could see. I know a lot of men that she's been with. But here's the thing.
So I'm saying like, I'm talking about, for certain, like, let's say the woman told you, because some women will let you know straight up. They got no shame.
Well,
let's say you know for a fact from her that she told you that's the case. I'm talking about when you know for real that this is what it is.
Listen.
Knowing that with you, because I understand what you're saying. In most cases, you're not going to know. None of us can know. Most people have no idea. But if you did know, would that at least change your decision at least somewhat?
Probably, because that's probably not a woman that I've seen that I wanted to be with in the first place. Now, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to hold on.
It's like finding a car. You're not buy a car that got 250,000 miles on it.
Listen to what I'm saying. And yes, I have bought cars that had 200 miles on it, and they still ran well. So, but you're not gonna
buy a car with 250 over a car that's got, let's say, 75 on it. Come on, man.
I've done it. I'm just saying.
No, okay, I understand. I've done it. Everyone's had a situation where you jumped into something for the sake of jumping into it. I'm talking about when you have the ideal option when you're choosing. Let's say you could choose 75,000 miles or 250,000 miles. There ain't no way you're choosing 250 over 75.
Listen, my man, I stay away from saying ain't no way, because as much as I would. Listen, as much as hold on, slow down a minute.
I've ever met in my entire life that would even question that.
Listen, crazy. Well, I talk to a lot of men. Listen, hold on a second, calm down. I talk to a lot of men and I talk to a lot of women, and even the ones that I don't talk to, I observe. And I've noticed a certain phenomenon. I've seen more men, and I'm gonna just be real with this. I've seen more men gravitate toward the chick that's been with every man or all of their friends more than I've seen men gravitate toward the woman that's been with none. And like,
I agree. I agree, but that's depending on what they want.
Well, what right? I'm saying, all I'm saying is, hold on. If you look at some of our visible sources of thought appreciation, you look at Kanye West and you look at Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian rose to fame and fortune and branding by having sex with Ray J. And I don't know if you ever saw that video, but if you ever saw the video, Ray J should be the billionaire, not Kim. Real shit. So
yeah, I mean that's my point. So Kanye made the mistake of trying to turn a home into a house.
He didn't make a mistake. No, he didn't make a mistake. He chose the one that everybody else chose because he chose her. What is that football player? Reggie Bush chose her, and all these other motherfuckers chose her too. You know what I mean? And Kanye West never batted an eye about. Hold on. Kanye West never batted an eye about wife and Kim, and financially it was a pretty good choice. But the bottom line is,
I think that's the part. That's the part you left out was the financial part. I think the reason he was comfortable doing it was because he at least thought, at least she's not getting with me for my money, because she probably had more money than at the time when they got married. He had more money. He had more money than her at all times. But Kanye, you got to remember Kanye went bankrupt. I heard Kanye is worth 1.6 billion right now. 1.6 billion. That's next. Before he was bankrupt before. Yeah, well, a lot of business people use bankruptcy in order to protect their assets. My point is, he loved Kim. No. Yes, when he talked about the fact that he had lost all his money and he had lost everything, everyone had turned against him, and he was talking about how Kim was there for him and a small. He talked about how he lost all his money before. He was married to Kim when he lost that money. They was married already. That's my point. Well, like I said, he lost money. Let's put it here. You're saying when it comes to marrying a woman or committing to a long term or picking a woman to be the mother of your children, for you, her sexual track record doesn't matter. That's cool. That's what it is. No, I'm not talking about for me. I'm not disputing what is for me or not. What I'm disputing is the popularity of certain concepts and certain actions of people. Now, I for myself, I'm going to choose, just like I said, the woman who drives me emotionally, physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? But for a lot of men out there, that's not how they think. And I know for a fact that Kanye is on tape talking about how much he loved and admired Kim before he wifed her. And that was the reason that he did. He didn't marry her because of financial reasons. He was giving up money. Come on, man. The guy was thinking. Let's be real. If you've seen the videos of that from that, the documentary that her family does, you could tell the guy was on sit mode to the max. Just the way he was carrying himself. He was on what? He was on what? He was acting like a simp the whole time. He disrespected him, talked down to him. Okay, he treated him like a little. He's a simp. Okay, he is a simp. I'm not disputing whether he's a simp or not. He is definitely a simp. But guess what? He ain't lonely. He's not alone when it comes to simping. He got billions of other people, other men that are right on that type time he is. He just happens to have more money than all of them. Right. So does that make it right? Because a lot of people bad decisions. I don't know what's the point you're trying to make.
Wait. First of all, we're not talking about what's right or wrong. What's right or wrong for you is what's right or wrong for you. The way it turns out for your personal situation.
It's kind of weird. So you think there is a way to say that simping is okay?
I'm saying if that's what I'm
unknowingly played by a woman.
It
How
might
could that be a good thing?
It might not be. It might not be good for me, and it might not be good for you. But evidently,
it's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody to be manipulated and be deceived. That doesn't make any sense. People who simp are people who either don't know that they're getting played or know that they're getting played and are willing to get played because they're lonely. That's what it is, right?
Maybe. All I know is that a lot of men come around playing all that hard shit about how they alpha males and all of that shit, and a lot of them are betas. And there's plenty of room for beta males out here because beta males are more understanding, they're more receptive, and they're more accommodating to women. And there are a lot of women out there who well, hold on, slow down. Hold on. There are a lot of women out here who glorify alpha males, but they really want beta males. They don't even know what alpha male means.
Women are sexually attracted to strong men who can lead. That's what they're hardwired to look for genetically. When it comes to the beta males, women have to settle for a beta male because beta males are the ones that are willing to commit long term and take care of them. That's what the issue is. That's what you're ignoring here.
So you're saying
there's a physical dynamic or there's a financial dynamic when it comes to women. So on one end, women want a man who's tall, strong, physically fit, and someone that they're attracted and performs well in bed. And on the other half, they got that part of their brain that looks for a man who can take care of their children and provide for them. That's what they're hardwired to look for. When the reality kicks in for most of these women that they cannot get an alpha male of value to commit to them. They know that. They can get that guy to have sex with them. They can't get that guy to marry them. So they have to settle for a beta male simp to marry them. That's what happened.
So by your definition, by your premise, alpha males never commit, huh?
Really, I'm saying most women cannot get that alpha male to commit to them because the alpha male's got options.
So who does the alpha male? Wait a minute. Slow down. Hold on. Oh, I got to slow you down a little bit. I got to slow you down a little bit. I need you to stop talking so much and let me ask you some questions. That's what I need you to do. You're very responsive and very reactive, but I need you to stop reacting before I can even give you something to react to. That's what I need to do. We need more back and forth, not one way. So if you can do that, then let's continue. All right, can we do that? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think yeah. I'm answering the question, by the way.
All right. Well, I had to mute you, so I couldn't hear you answering the question. But let me ask you this question. Do you think that alpha males have no beta qualities? So do you think that alpha males are full alpha and no beta?
What do you define as an alpha male?
I'm glad you asked that, because an alpha male is just a man who handles his responsibilities and who will defend himself and others who he is associated with or connected to, and also carries himself in such a way that is protective of himself and his environment, his territory. He carries himself in a leadership type of way. Beta males also can display leadership qualities, but beta males are more understanding, more compassionate. You can kind of say that alpha males may lack compassion, may be more selfish, more self-centered. They're more concerned about how they are seen, what their image is, rather than what's good for other people or the community at hand. So beta males are going to be more understanding and more compassionate and more accommodating to women, and not necessarily in a simp way or not necessarily in a weak way, but in a way that makes them a little bit more agreeable. And that's one of the reasons why there are many times when beta males are sometimes more attractive to women than alpha males are. And it's also one of the reasons why sometimes beta males are more successful financially than alpha males are. Because alpha males will allow. Okay, so wait a minute, hold on. Alpha males will allow their.
Right now.
Huh?
That's what be clear. Because the definition of alpha and beta males is completely different than mine. And that's why I think we're not really, that's why we're having some miscommunication.
Okay.
I think now I understand why.
Okay.
So you're the traits that for me, that's not what I put in the factory when I talk about alpha and beta. You bring in things like compassionate, understanding, being able to be, I guess, more emotionally open and so forth. That's not what I consider when I'm talking about here.
Okay.
The difference between alpha and beta has to do with commanding respect in the room. An alpha male, by definition, is a leader. An alpha male is a man who can lead, who can be a leader amongst men. When he's in a room of men, he's in a position of authority and leadership. When people look at him, he garners respect. That's what alpha male does. A beta male is one who cannot do that, or is incapable at this moment of doing that. That's what you see in nature. That's big. Now, a person, just because they have an alpha, they're in an alpha place, doesn't mean that they can't be compassionate or saying that has nothing to do with it. So women, naturally, they can tell whether you're an alpha or beta because they can sense whether they respect you or not. Mm-hmm. That's the key thing with women. Women know within 5 minutes of meeting a man whether or not she respects you, right up top. And if she respects you, in her mind, you're an alpha. If she doesn't respect you, you're a beta. That's a fact.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, women know and they can perceive if a man is a beta that they do not respect, they know they can walk over him. They know that they can take the lead. And they know that he'll be willing to allow them to take the lead. And women don't respect. That's my point. And so, when you talk about this, alpha and beta making money and being more successful, that's a separate issue altogether.
Okay.
But there's no woman out there that genuinely say they're attracted to a beta. They settle for a beta because she cannot get an alpha man. That's the point. No, if a woman that's why I asked you earlier about ideal option. In an ideal scenario, every woman on this planet would choose an alpha male who's physically fit, who could perform well in bed, and is financially well off. That's what every woman wants, those 4 categories. Emotional nonsense and can you make her laugh, that's almost secondary options. Those are the 4 primary things that women look for. Now, if a woman is a less than a 7, we're going to say less than a 6 on a 1 to 10 scale, the chances of her landing a man like that to commit to her and marry her and have children with her is pretty low. So a woman below a 6 is going to have to settle for a quote-unquote beta male or regular guy. That's the reality. Now, if she's an 8, 9, or 10, now the chances of her landing a guy like that are pretty good, and she's not going to have to settle for a beta male. That's just it. That's a fact of life.
Okay. Well, how do you determine the ranking system of whether they are a 6 to a 10?
Okay, when it comes to women, a woman's value is primarily about what she looks like, and every woman knows this. This is why women invest so much money into makeup and cosmetics. That's why makeup and cosmetics is a multi-billion-dollar industry, because women know that their value is directly attached to the physical appearance. So you look at a woman, look at her face, look at her body. And every guy knows it's great on a woman. And we may have slight different preferences on certain, but in general, we can look at a woman and be like, yeah, she's a 7, or she's an 8, or she's a 10, or she's a 2. And it's pretty, it's not universally absolute for everybody the exact same, but it's pretty close. You can look at a woman and tell if she's beautiful or not, right?
Yeah, but my taste in beauty may be different than a lot of I've never met a woman who was a 10. I've never seen a woman that I thought was a 10. Not in looks.
Okay, well, would you say you've seen a 9? Have you seen a 9?
Yeah, of course I've seen a 9. But 10 is perfection, and I've never seen a perfect person.
Right. And have you ever seen a 2 or a 3?
Of course.
Okay, so you understand what I'm saying then. So, and by the way, women do the same thing. This isn't just some misogynistic thing. I know people might want to spin it that way. Women grade men on their sexual appearance and their the physical appearance and their sexual ability all the time. So this isn't some. I know people might listen to this and try to spin it like some type of thing, but it is. We all rate and grade one another. It's perfectly normal.
Well, the thing is, you feel how you feel. You don't have to qualify that.
It's depending on where you rent. It's going to depend on what you get. So where you're at is going to depend on your options. Now, for men, it's a little bit different because men, even if you're not good looking, if you got money can be the great equalizer. So a guy who's a 2 or a 3, if he's got enough money, he can land himself at 8 or 9 or a 10. You know what I'm saying?
Well, looks are subjective. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because you said how women spend so much money on cosmetics and things like that. I mean, to me, that's false beauty. But yeah, it's an industry. It's an industry probably driven by men or fueled by men to create a false or artificial veneer of beauty. But to me, that's not beautiful. That's not beautiful. That's not beauty. That's not, real beauty is the balance between good looks and good personality. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that just because you have a great personality, you're gonna rise Whoopi Goldberg from a 2 to an 8. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, there are no women or men with that do not have flaws. The thing is, subjectively, are they the flaws that you can live with or not? Are they the flaws that you can deal with or not? So when we go back, when we circle back to the topic, and we're talking about if it was easy, then nobody would want it. There are plenty of people out here who like the easy way out, and from the evidence by raw numbers, the easier
the men on the lower end of the spectrum, right? Guys who are like a 4 or lower. If a dude's ugly and out of shape and don't got any money, he'll take whatever he can get. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, right?
If you're saying if he doesn't have money, so you're saying that ugly dudes or men that we might consider to be unattractive may have to have money in order to get the kind of women that they like. For that sound.
It doesn't necessarily be funny. There's 4 categories that women primarily want, and for different women it's different which one they prioritize. But the 4 are this: what you look like in the face, what your physical fitness is like, your sexual performance, how much money you have. Those are the 4 things. Those are the 4 primary things women are attracted to. Now, some women may value one thing over another, but that's the primary 4. Now, as a man, you got to be honest with yourself and say, how do I grade out these 4 categories? What do I look like? What's my physique like? How well am I performing in bed? And how much money do I got? Now, if you're honest with yourself and say, you know what, I'm lacking in all 4 categories, then of course you're going to have to settle for whatever you can get, right? Beggars can't be choosers. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? My line,
I mean, it sounds like it sounds like on some fronts you might be correct, but we can all find examples where some dudes just know they just have game so good that they was able to pull it off. Like before, for example, the notorious B.I.G. He was getting girls before he had money, and he definitely wasn't a good looking dude.
Okay, I'd argue for him. He can at least perform sexually. That's the thing I'd argue for him.
How do you hear the testimony? Wait, how we know that? Whoa.
So remember that I gave 4 categories that matter to women. What you look like, what's your physique, how will you perform in bed, how much money you got. And I said, for different women, they prioritize those 4 things. One might be more important than the other. But you got to have something.
So wait a minute.
If you are lacking in all 4 categories, you are not going to get a good one.
Wait a minute.
I mean, you maybe just talk your way into something.
Wait a minute.
You think keep it, that's for sure,
you think the notorious B.I.G. was good in bed?
I'm going off what Lil Kim said about him. That's all I know.
But he had to be able to. Wait a minute. First, in order to have sex with her, you had to have gotten her first, right?
Well, no, I mean, okay. Let's break something down when it comes to that. You know the game, especially if you're in an area where you frequent the same spots and people know you can do the word of mouth thing where you break off an ugly chick that you can get easy. You break her off something nice. She then becomes the word of mouth agency and just puts the word out that this guy can do back and he can do this, he can do that. The word gets around. Now you come back around. All the women already know. Okay, you can handle your business. I mean, that's just like one of the oldest tricks in the playbook. So it's not that hard to get the word out that I can handle my business in there.
By the time he had Lil Kim, he had already had money though. So I don't know. I'm
not saying that Lil Kim. I'm saying Lil Kim said about him that he had. I don't know if I want to get graphic on your show, but he was packing. That's what she said.
Well, Wendy Williams. Hold on. Wendy Williams said that his dick was. Hold on. Wendy Williams said that his dick was all scaly and crazy looking. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe. I don't know. But
you
cannot deny, but that the 4 categories I brought up are not the most important categoors when it comes to what women look for. Let's be honest now.
No, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing. Listen. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But wait a minute. I'm not disputing that the 4 categories that you talked about are may hold large importance to some women. It's just that's just not. But I'm going to let a woman tell me that. I'm not going to make that determination because I've seen so many.
Oh, come on, man. That's common sense, brother. You know that. Come on.
Ain't no common sense. There's no such thing as common sense. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. I got to get my man on. Hold on a second. Hold on. My man with the last number is 2192. Thank you for holding on. What's good? What's on your mind this evening? Thank you for holding.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
How you feeling, my man? Like the show is getting along. Right. I'm like, I gotta get you on here before we get up out of here. So what's good?
Yeah. Topic kind of got interesting I see. But I wanted to step in whenever I heard him put Africa in the book. He was like, past 100-some years and blah blah.
Yeah,
no,
we all
No, it ain't all been the same. No, it ain't all been the same, especially in Africa, and that's what I've been preaching. Like they shouldn't take on the traits that we learned over here in the United States world of living. You know what I'm saying? And that goes up dating wise too. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere ain't the same. They wouldn't even practicing monogamy in Africa over 100 years ago. So I don't know where dude bring that in at. But I can say I agree with a little bit of both, and I disagree with a little bit of both. I can agree with you about the versions, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I said I won't speak on anything I don't know about. So with that being said, I can agree with you about the version. I just think that virgin women, no matter if you're a woman or a man, if you're a virgin, I just think that you're just waiting upon a time that you can do just as the others done before you. You know what I'm saying? It's just you haven't had the opportunity to. You know what I'm saying? Because and I can say that because I've had the opportunity to be with virgin women. I even had a baby by a virgin woman. So, and it's kind of like I kind of can understand the distinction between being with a woman with a lot of bodies and a woman who firstly out. And with that being said, it has a lot to do with maturity as well. But you know what I'm saying? It can all I just think women that haven't been sexually out there, haven't been with a lot of bodies, haven't been with a lot of men, or just like men. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't have the opportunity to do it, but eventually you will, because it's just like seeding your oats, or you know what I'm saying? You want to go like just how your parents would have talked to you back in the day, or you just want to go spread your seeds. You know what I'm saying? You just want to go. You
get off some rocks. I think it's the same thing as in with women too. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just waiting for, like, it's not that they don't want to do that. It's just they just waiting for that time. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody. It's just like everybody has their time. You get what I'm saying? Um, and as in the beta wise, being with beta males, and I think females in general. Yes, I agree with dudes. They in general they look for the alpha male. You know what I'm saying? They look for the alpha, but in return they want beta male symptoms. They want beta male traits. You know, they want somebody that can protect over them. That can, you know what I'm saying? That's like I call it the attractive. It's just like a food. Food, if you smell food and it smells pleasing to you, and it smells like it can be on your palate and a part of your appetite, then you're gonna be attracted to that certain food. But if it smells kind of off, like rotten egg or fish, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna wanna, you know what I'm saying, be attracted to food. So it's like the attracting mechanism, like the beta, the alpha male attracts the women, but when you get attracted, you get what I'm saying? It has to be something else to keep you there. You know what I'm saying? It has to keep something 90 seconds. So it goes into what you were saying before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Also, like, something can attract you, but what's gonna keep you? Right. Your attitude, the way you move, the way you are loving and maturing, and like it's the things, the traits that you can't really see or point out, but until you be with a person for some time, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I kind of agree with you on that point.
Well, all I'm saying is you're not going to be alpha male through and through, A to Z. You're going to have to. Just like a man. A man is a creation of a man and a woman. You know what I mean? He's not just 46 chromosomes of his father. He's 23 chromosomes of his mom, 23 chromosomes of his dad. You know what I'm saying? So men and women make a man. So a beta male is not going to be, it's not going to mean that he doesn't ever step up for himself, that he doesn't ever exemplify leadership qualities, or that he doesn't ever stand up for himself, or that he's always a follower. That may be the description of a beta male, but you'll be hard pressed to find a person that is 100% beta or 100% alpha, because your emotional makeup is not going to allow you to be one way that's stringent, all the time, like 100% of the time. It's impossible, because at some point you're going to have to give way at some, whether you have to do it for your children, your spouse, at your job or something like that. You're not always going to be in the lead. You're not always going to be dominant. You're not going to be always in a position to be able to control everything. It's just impossible. So you're going to have to. I know that beta males can learn a lot from alpha males, but alpha males can also learn some things from beta males. And people who consider themselves to be alpha males, we running around here beating on our chest, talking about how great we are, whatever. But one tragedy, one incident, one downfall, one misstep, one mistake, or one disappointment can turn all of that alpha to beta water. That alpha ice can turn right to beta water. You know what I'm saying? So and I want to before we do these birthday shout outs and get up out of here, I want to say something about when my man was talking about 200 years ago. 200 years ago in this country, we was stone cold slaves. We didn't arrange any of our marriages. Sure, there were free black people in this country, but we don't have enough evidence to know whether they follow that cultural example of the European cultural example or the African example. And most of us are indigenous to the United States anyway. So one thing is for sure, all of our as slaves, all of our marriages were arranged, and it had absolutely nothing to do with whether you had been with another man, because there's a good chance that many times you had been with Massa, maybe not as often as we make it sound, I mean, but nonetheless, sometimes our understanding of history is not always on point, and because we weren't there, there can be a tendency to speak on certain things in a certain way. We may speak on it from our passion, which sometimes can lack factual information. So we got to be careful about that. So,
correct. And bro, let me, and if you allow me to butt in real quick, that also brings me to the point to where who said that the melting pot was a good thing, anyways? This is the reason why a lot is misunderstood and a lot is misgone, is looked upon and looked over, because we've all been mixed in together and everybody thinks they know one thing, and everybody comes from different places. Everybody comes from different eras and different backgrounds and different culture beliefs, and it's the European Americanized way of the boiling melting pot, putting everybody else in one thing. The colors, they don't mix. It's just like if you have a bottle of water and you put oil in it, you put food coloring, just like you did in school, and it separated itself. It's kind of like that. I don't feel like the boiling pot has been mixing well enough to make a pretty color. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just been sitting and we've been separated next to each other, but you see all these different colors, all these different things separated, but they all in one pot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what gets it. That's why I feel like a lot of things get misconstrued and misunderstood because you're speaking from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, over in Africa, like a lot of people like to tie other places into, you know what I'm saying? But no, United States is its own bubble, believe it or not. And over in Africa, they wouldn't even practice monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Like the only reason why monogamy and being with one woman and being with one man for the rest of your life came into existence was because of money and you know what I'm saying, being able to capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why.
Truth be told,
monogamy
truth be told, Europeans don't practice monogamy either. You know what I mean? When you look at the Greeks and the Romans and all of that shit, they, if anything, they practice a lot of polygamy and they practice a lot of homosexuality. That's where they you know what I mean? They don't practice no monogamy and shit. The whole monogamy thing came as a form of control through Catholicism. Catholicism was the one that started all of that. Started a lot of that one man, one woman, and if you look at the history of Roman Catholicism, which grafted into Protestantism, which is Christianity, you'll see exactly where the whole monogamy thing came in. That was a moral example, and most Europeans and shit were savages and shit. You know what I mean? Like they want to say that we was in Africa spear chucking and shit. Well, they was throwing rocks at each other and you know what I mean? And doing their little pygmy thing, you know what I'm saying, with their little short asses. So regardless of all of that, just like you can find an example where one thing seemed to hold true, you can also find plenty of examples where there are enough exceptions to that rule to have a counterculture or a culture of their own that may have been the dominant culture. One thing is for sure is that, we can say that as far as women are concerned, men don't want to be with thoughts and all of that kind of shit. But when you start throwing out the popular names out here, we're not throwing out no versions. We're not throwing out none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We throwing out Cardi B's, we throwing out Kim Kardashians, we throwing out blacks, whites, Hispanics, and Asians and shit, and ain't none of them, and all of them been with everybody, and there are plenty of men lined up to be with all of them, you know. So our perception sometimes becomes our reality, but we have to remember that our perception ain't real. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in. I want to thank the first caller for calling in. All both of y'all gave us a lot to chew on. I know the first caller wants to get back in, but I can't, man. You know what I mean? It's past 8:30. You know, people got to get off the show at some point. So, but I invite you to call in tomorrow, man. Tomorrow, what we gonna get into tomorrow? Actually, I'm already ready to go. This is what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. Because tomorrow is Let's Get Real About Relationships Thursday. So tomorrow we are going to talk about when a man saves a woman's life in some type of way, whether he physically saves her life or whether he spiritually or emotionally saves her life, and she wants to get with him, but he ain't really trying to be with her, you know, exclusively or whatever. Like basically he saved her life, but he don't want to be with her. Like how does that play out? That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow on the Daily Go Get a Business Show. Let's Get Real About Relationships Thursday. So y'all come through and we're going to have us a good time. You know what I mean? So make sure. So my man who called first, 219, with the last numbers 6103, you know, call back in tomorrow, man. I'll give you more time if you call in earlier. I don't like to cut people off, but it was getting late. We gotta do. So I gotta do these birthday shout outs. Good looking out, my brother. Yo, man, Ja, dude, is it Ja Biggs or is it Jay?
It's Ja Biggs.
Okay, that's what's up.
Ja came from I chopped it like Yahweh, Yah, and Biggs came from I watched this Jamaican movie, Top Shotter, and
Shotters, yeah, that's
people say that's a dope movie. People say I remind them of Biggs, so okay. I kind of got the last name Biggs from there, like got Biggs, you know what I'm saying?
Works for me. Shadows was a dope ass movie. All right, good looking. All right, I'm gonna holler at you next time, man. Be good. You my man.
Shalom, brother.
All right, y'all. Let's get into these birthday shout outs. Good shit, though. Good shit. You know what I mean? Y'all, and we all OT. Well, we getting crazy OT right now. So we gonna go ahead and score this touchdown in sudden death and keep it moving. All right, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 10th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. First of all, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you know what's going on. Number one out the box, Doreen M. Baker, turning 60 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Lydia Chavot, turning 63 years old today. And Jennifer Durant, happy birthday to you. And Vet Brooks, turning 56 years old today. And Joyce Campbell, turning 51 years old today. And Maria Agripina, turning 26 years old today. And Joyce Glasgow, happy birthday to you. And Monique Richardson, happy birthday to you. And my girl going all the way back to the 1984, Tawana Sloan, turning 49 years old today. And Salome Ito X Cash, turning 27 years old today. And Kim B, happy birthday to you. And Brittany Max Beeman, that's my cuz, happy birthday to you. And my girl Karen Denise, turning 53 years old today, and I've known her since like 72 around the way. Hey, and last but not least, my sister-in-law Jackie Mooch Wait. We got Muchan Yuka Megiddo. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious November 10th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, you do your thing. Y'all represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. We talked a lot tonight about what it is and what it's going to be and how it plays out. If it was easy, nobody would want it. But I don't know. I think some people are lying in front. I don't know. Maybe if it was harder, I don't know. Maybe people wouldn't even start. I don't know. But if it's real easy, I don't know. Will people get away because it's greasy? I don't know. If it doesn't be hard, will you be with it, earths and gods? I can't say. But I know around her way, if she was giving up that ass, niggas would give her play. And that dude over there, you know what? I wish a woman would have called in tonight. Because speaking of that, you got a lot of men out there that are considered hoes. You know, men who are slinging their dick anywhere. And you know, I've heard women talk about men like that. Like, yo, he'll fuck anybody. That sure didn't stop him from getting no ass around the way. Now, did it? Or anyway, if he was good looking or whatever, but you knew you could get with him, even if you wasn't all of that, even if you didn't look like you fit the kind of bill that, you know, somebody like him would mess around with. It didn't stop you from wanting it, and it may not have even stopped him from giving it to you. So I don't know. Maybe in certain categories, in certain places, in certain ways, yeah. Maybe when it's easy, it's unattractive to certain people. But the numbers and the evidence of the participants kind of say that you're going to get in where you fit in, and you might fit in more places than you may have bid in. I want to thank all y'all for coming on through. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and ain't nothing nobody can do to stop that. I said, you make me so. You baby so. All right, so let's do this. Here, man. Come on, man. We gonna finally get up out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. We'll be back tomorrow like we never started the day. Hey. And it's going down. Thanks for coming around, and I hope y'all like the way the show sound. And we break it down, we take it to where we want it to be. And I am so glad to see y'all coming through and seeing what I do. And we had a couple of callers, they called in too. And we got a different perspective, and we gotta respect that we connect when we get together, make the shit hot, and then we do it every night right in the same spot. 7 o'clock. But next week is gonna be a little different, but I'ma tell y'all when and if we gonna have to stop and make it a different another time. But right now we just gonna let the time run out. This rhyme that I'm saying to y'all, yes y'all, yes y'all, and we out. Let me give y'all a shout, and I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all to life, no doubt. That's words, y'all. That's words, y'all. All right, y'all. So my Instagram is 5slaypajama. Thanks for coming through. Let me exercise my grammar, and we out now. It's gonna be all right. alright, but it will. I guess it will, yes it will. Sit back, relax, do your thing, max and chill. Alright, y'all. So, my YouTubers, you know how we do this. Thanks for coming on through. I see y'all tomorrow night, my boobers. And I say peace.